Today's video is going to be all about framing. So we divided up the walls into 6 pieces to assemble. So this is them stacked in the garage, ready for installation. And here we are. We put down this pink stuff, which actually I regret doing because I believe it kind of caused a bit of a gap between the wall and the floor, and I had to go back later on and put spray foam in the gaps. So I regret kind of laying this pink stuff. Maybe we should have just used like construction adhesive instead, but it was a good attempt. Exciting moment here. This is when the first wall went in. I can't say enough that how much close this is really exciting and a really big deal. When installing framing, it's important that the floor space is entirely level. So make sure that you have the trailer or whatever surface you're using completely level before you start installing the walls.
Okay. There? Yeah. Well, yeah, so I gotta put it.
It's also important to make sure that the walls are all squared up as well and level. Here we're using braces to hold the first wall in place in a level position until we are ready to grab the other walls. Apologize on my hesitation with terminology. I'm not a construction worker and framing worker specifically, so I don't know all the proper terms, so I'm hoping I'm doing an okay job explaining kind of what we're doing. But here you can see we're making sure that it is level and straight before and then bracing it in place, and then we're going to continue on putting the other walls in.
Okay. What we're going to do is lay it down and then put the bottom up on the deck. Okay. Okay, go up.
Kind of just like to give a shout out to my dad right here, right this moment. He's 79 years old. He's doing, amazing.
This let it go down like this. Now at least it's the right direction, right way. Yeah. Okay. Let your end down. Let it down. Let it down. There we go. There we go. Hang on a second. Hang on. We're getting there. Sorry. I know it's heavy. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's stop. Just put it down for a second.
Down? Or lift it up?
I got to drill holes in the bottom.
My dad mentions here that he has to drill holes in the bottom before we lift up the framing. This is because there's bolts in the wheel wells there, and we need to make sure that the framing sits flush. So we had to drill some pockets for the bolt heads to sit into in order for the framing to sit flush on top of the wheel well. Now we're bringing in the front, including the front door. This is the front of our house, our future tiny house. This is a big moment for me as well, emotionally.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Okay.
This is exciting. It only gets more exciting from here too.
Yeah. You got a hold of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The wood
Now,
stove's gonna go here.
yeah, I'm a little worried about how deep these windows were. Because
Counter.
the 4 feet. I'm just going to pull this over a little bit.
Here, my dad's pointing out a mistake I made. I picked windows that were quite large for both sides of the tiny house, but unfortunately the windows were so big that there's no room for a counter to go underneath. So what I did was my dad reframed this window here, and I searched Kijiji for a smaller proper kitchen window that would fit above a countertop. And when my dad, when I found it, I brought it to my dad, and my dad reframed that area to fit a smaller window that would leave enough space for a counter to go underneath of it. I paid around $1,500, 1,500 Canadian, for all my doors and windows that I bought on Kijiji. The most expensive being the sliding glass back door of the tiny house, which was $1,000 that we found on Kijiji, about half price. Usually those doors run around $2,000, especially if they're black. For some reason, color makes a difference in price. Just now we're going around and just making sure all the corners are square and everything's level and it fits together properly. And there you go. That's our tiny house all framed in for the main floor. And here we go, leaving it for next time. Please check out our store. We offer products that will help you and benefit you, and it will help us out too.